chapter Shady Plot, it is given, do you agree with the narrator calling the assembly of women manipulated? Give reasons. I can't find any reason that why John Hallock said him manipulators. By means they never manipulated John Hallock.
I gave you the question. There you are asking.
No, sir. It is means textbook back means in the textbook question. They are textbook questions in the exercises they are given, and I quite find this question quite difficult for myself.
What is it pointed?
Do you agree with the narrator calling the assembly of women manipulators? Give reasons.
Narrator. You agree with the narrator? Go ahead again.
Do you agree with the narrator calling the assembly of
Assembly of women
women manipulators?
manipulators.
Give reasons for your answer. I searched for that particular, I can say that word manipulators, and I got it when Helen revealed or Helen communicated with the Ouija board with all the members of the book club. At that time, he means John Hallock used the word manipulators after he was like trapped from all around. His name was coming, the Ouija board.
Okay. Now, what is the can you tell me that what are the reasons to disagree with the narrator?
Reasons to disagree with the narrator because no one here manipulated means any of the women who were present in that party never tried to manipulate our John Hallock in any way. We can take Laura Hinkle as an exception. She kind of flirted with John Hallock, but she never tried to manipulate her anyway. That's why I disagree with John Hallock as manipulators, as they are manipulators.
Let's say that if you talk about that the story Sherry plot, in that the narrator John Hancock so refers to whom? Refers to a group of women. So among them you would find out his wife Lavinia and her friends, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So they are being called as manipulators. So
Yes.
whether one agrees with this characterization depends on how one interprets his or her actions, or sorry, their actions and intentions throughout the story. Okay, so let's say that if I talk about the reasons to agree with the narrators, is what? Use of supernatural, right? It means the women in the story, they form a club, they form a club, isn't it? The club name is called as a Auja Board Club.
Book club. Eh?
Auja Board Club.
How's your board club?
It is Auja, Ouija, where
Okay, Oja.
uh,
Ouija.
uh,
Ouija.
where they use Ouija boards to communicate with spirits, right?
Yes.
And this group of women pressures John to participate,
Okay.
making
But
him
only Laura, only his wife means
Lavinia.
who is Lavinia. Lavinia said him that please participate because she is absent, and Laura Hinkle accepted that. So these two women are only involved in it, and all others are not. I think.
See, when in a group, a person does the mistake, right? Or a couple of person do the mistakes. So it goes to the group, not to the two, right?
Okay.
Let's say that this group pressures John to participate. Make him what?
Yes, Babu.
Make him feel concerned, make him feel concerned and manipulated into an activity that he doesn't believe in or he doesn't find meaningful. Isn't it?
Okay.
That is the
Yes,
first
sir.
thing. That is the first thing. Second is called as, and this is known as a supernatural means. Okay. The second
Okay.
one is emotional manipulation. When we talk about emotional manipulation, Lavinia, we know Lavinia, John's wife, becomes overly influenced by the Ouija board. And
Mm.
when she believes that John is hiding something, so an affair suggested by the Ouija board's message. From the Ouija board message,
Yes, sir.
Lavinia realized that her husband is hiding something. So she manipulates John, emo- or she manipulates John's emotion by threatening to leave him, isn't it?
Yes.
This is
Yes, yes, yes,
thi-
sir.
this is a form of emotional manipulation that puts
Okay.
John that puts John in a tough position or situation. This is the second one. Third one, influence on behavior. If you talk about that, the woman's actions create a situation where John feels helpless and he forced into a corner. They make decisions and create scenarios without even consulting him, affecting his personal and professional life, which is already stressed about his writing. So, in that case, you can talk about means we agree to the with the narrator when we talk about the question called as whether we agree with the narrator calling the assembly of women manipulators. So it is true because these are the regions use of supernatural means, use of emotional manipulation, or use of influence on behavior. These three regions are clearly stating that it is fit to call the assembly of women manipulators. Agree? Understood?
Means I understood the first two reasons like supernatural and
Emotional. Emotional.
emotional. Supernatural,
Emotional.
as he participated in the Ouija board party and he was forced to participate or manipulated to participate. And the second one is that
Emotional.
emotional,
Emotional.
as as Lavinia as Lavinia forced them, means Lavinia forced him to like kind of leave him because just he was because Lavinia was influenced from the too much influence from the Ouija board. That's why she manipulated John and said her to leave him because of that. And like quite cannot understand the behavior thing. What?
Now imagine that you are at your home, somebody, somebody from your somebody, your friend, who enters your home, right? So, and you are not interested to go outside, but he makes you what? Makes you convinced to go outside, tell your parents to uh, tell you to go outside. And means, he is trying to change your decision. He will create a kind of a situation where means you are forced to go outside.
Yes.
Likewise, if you talk about influence on behavior, so here the woman's actions, what we are talking about, women's actions,
Makes sense.
action, right? That create a situation where John feels helpless and
Okay.
he forced into a corner. So
Yes, he
they,
was.
so they make a decision. Who make decision? The women make decisions and they create situation. without even consulting John Haller. Now, understand that. Did they consult John Haller that they are coming their home? Is his
No,
is his wife means told him that they were doing such kind of a thing? They
no.
planned it, they did it, and after that, when they needed another person who would be participated in place of somebody else, at that time they means forced John Hallock to come and participate with them. If that woman would not go outside, so they would not even tell John Hallock that they were doing such kind of a thing,
Yes.
isn't it? Now that's what is nothing but affecting his personal and professional life. So because
Yes.
he was in a stress. Why he was in a stress? Because he was writing, right? And that's why he had a lot of thought for that. Okay.
Yes. I understand. Sir.
Okay. Shall we go for the topic that you pointed? What is
No,
the
Patel. Patol Babu.
Patol Babu? Yes.
Patol Babu.
The film star, right?
Patol Babu tells that.
Mm. It's a writing by Satyajeet Ray, na?
Yes,
Satyajeet.
sir. Satyajit. Right.
Ray, Rhino.
Array.
अरे भाई बहुत गरम लाଗୁଛି ଆଜିକାଲି.
Yes, sir.
Okay, have you read this chapter?
No, sir. Not really.
Okay. So what do you think this topic?
Means I asked I read means I have not read the chapter, but my sir told me, means the school teacher told us that let me give you a small idea about this topic, and then you must read it at your homes. What he usually does that he never teaches us anything or explains us. He just gives group wise to 11 groups of our class and take all the one page, and you have to prepare the explanation, summary, word meanings, and parts of speeches and possible questions from each page, and then you have to say it. Even if we are mistaken at some places, he never corrects us. That's what hurts.
Okay, so let's come to the topic. We are talking about Patil Babu, the film star.
I think that.
So, which is written by Satyajit Ray. And this topic is a touching story about whom? About an, you can say, ordinary man, isn't it? So, about an ordinary man. So, with extraordinary passion. Extraordinary passion for what? Extraordinary passion for
For
what?
making films or being a film star.
No,
For being a film star.
not making film, extraordinary passion for acting, right? To play role in a film, right? So,
Uh,
uh, the story that moves around Patul Babu, right, revolves around Patul Babu. So, when we talk about Patul Babu, so he is a middle-aged, bald-headed. Bald-headed means no hair is there. So, man living in Calcutta, right? Where, which is now called Kolkata. So Patil Babu once had a stable job in a company, but he lost his 9-year-old job. Why did he lost? So because due to the war, right? And following this, he
due to
tried
the
war, war. Following this, he tried various jobs and business ventures. Business ventures means he decided to do different types of jobs and also decide to open new business, but he was unsuccessful. Eventually, or finally, his cousin means his relatives, suggested him that what? Suggested him to join the scrap iron business. Now, when we talk about scrap iron business, What do you mean by that? So scrap iron business is called as a, I think it would be called as a kabadi wala. But life was still not smooth for him. So obviously life is not smooth for everyone, right? And life was not also still uh, smooth for him. So the story began like what? One day, Patil Babu receives an unexpected visit from his neighbor, right? So in that case, uh, who is he? And his name is called as Nishikanta Ghosh. Now, who is Nishikanta Ghosh? So maybe somebody from the film industry. So Nishikanta Ghosh, who informs Patil Babu that his brother-in-law. So Nishikanta Ghosh, brother-in-law, whose name is called as a Naresh Datta, who works in a film industry. So he needs someone exactly like a Patil Babu, exactly like Patil Babu. So a middle-aged, bald man. Why? Now for a role in a film. So
Okay.
Patil Babu, who had a deep love for acting in his younger days, deep love for acting in his younger days. So, means from his young age onwards, he has a very affectionate towards the acting and loves for doing that. So he gets excited when he gets an offer from means Nishikanta Ghosh, right, or Naresh Datta, who is the cousin of Nishikanta Ghosh. So he gets excited about the offer and he accepts the role of a pedestrian. Now, what is his role? His role is pedestrian. Pedestrian means what? Now, a person who walks on a roadside is pedestrian. So the next morning, he arrives at the shooting location. So where the shooting takes place, and where that shooting takes place. Now, the narrator stated that the shooting takes place at the Faraday House, and he filled with nervous anticipation, right? However, to his disappointment, so he was getting disappointed. Why? Now he finds that he has not been given any dialogue yet. Right. Now,
Okay.
when you are going to do an acting or a piece of acting in a film, then you must have a dialogue. And
Yes, sir.
he felt sad and disappointed because he had not given any dialogue yet, so that he would prepare and speak. Right. His only characteristic or his only acting is of pedestrian. So when he finally receives his lines, he realizes that his entire dialogue is what? His entire dialogue is just a single word, and that is oh, O-H. Oh, what is that oh? No, it is nothing but an exclamation, right? This
Okay.
revelation. So when he realized that this is the dialogue, so that deeply saddens him, that makes him nothing but sad, as he feels the role is insignificant. What do you mean by insignificant? The meaning of insignificant is called as a not important, right? Because what he has to do, he has to only speak, oh, as he sits disheartened, as he sits disheartened means with the sad heart, right, or broken heart. So he sits in a place. Patil Babu recalls means remembers. So who remembers? Patil Babu. What did he remember? He remembered the advice of his mentor. Now, who is his mentor? Now, it was none other than Mr. Pakarashi. Mr. Pakarashi.
Mr.
Pakarashi. Pakrashi. Pakarashi. Right. So who is he? Now it is or he is means you can say that the mentor of Patil Babu. Right. So, who had once told him, and what did he tell to Mr. Patil Babu? Now, he had once told Patil Babu that no role is too small, no role is too small, and that an actor must always give their best rep- give their best effort. Their best effort means what? Now, whatever the role and whichever the amount of dialogue is given to you, you need to satisfy with that and you need to give your best effort, regardless of the parts size. Regardless of the parts size means whatever the size of the uh, you can say that the character or the acting you have been provided. So, inspired by his mentor's words, right? By hearing or by recollecting or by remembering his mentor, whose name is Mr. Pakarasi. So, inspired by his mentor's word, Patel Babu decides to do what? Decides to approach his seemingly minor role with dedication. Right. So Patel Babu decides to do what? Decides to approach his seemingly minor role with a dedication. Minor role means small role with a dedication. So what did he do? He begins rehearsing the word. Rehearsing.
Oh,
So rehearsing means what? Now that's something he is trying to mugging up, right? How he would present it. So rehearsing the word, oh, in different tones. Not only that,
okay.
he also rehearsed that in a different pitches, different emotions, like sad oh, happy oh, exciting oh. So realizing the depth and the possibilities that lie within the single word. So when the moment comes to Patel Babu to perform, when the moment comes to Patel Babu to perform, he delivers his line with such clarity, such precision, and such conviction. Conviction means what? Means giving his all effort to present it in a very well manner. So that impresses everyone on set. After his performance, he feels a profound sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. Now, he performed, he acted, he presented his dialogue, and he feels what? A huge sense of satisfaction. Huge sense of satisfaction and huge sense of fulfillment. And he knows that. He, he knows what? He knows that he has given his best to the role. However, means he found it's a very small one, but it may have appeared so moved by his own dedication and artistry. So on the basis of his dedication, on the basis of his artistry or art, Patel Babu decides not to take the payment for his role. It means he even performed with the precision or clarity. So, giving his 100% dedication and artistry. So, still, Patel Babu did not take also payment for his role. And he believes that accepting money would what? Now, make his art cheapen. Cheapen means what? He felt like what? It would be unfair if he would take the money, right? So he felt that what the joy and satisfaction that he derived from his performance is nothing but his money, right? So in
Okay.
in that case, all total you would find out the story presented or tried to define the character of Patil Babu and how did he means how did he means uh, how did he give his effort in a kind of a small role that was given to him. So in this story, Satyajit Ray beautifully captures the quality of true passion, quality of dedication, and the spirit of an artist who finds fulfillment in the act of creation itself, irrespective of the material rewards. Irrespective of the material rewards. Understood. This is something called as the whole story about, right? Okay. Can you go for reading the text?
Extra means this much is the story.
Yeah, this is all about the story.